Hello, I'd like to show you how to use chalk to draw three-dimensional shapes. So you'll need a piece of coloured chalk and a piece of white chalk. And we're going to start by drawing a simple cylinder. To draw the cylinder, you start with a shape that we call an ellipse, which would be the top of the cylinder. And then simply drop two lines, parallel lines, also parallel to the edge of the paper, and at the bottom the ellipse again, but I'm only drawing the front part of it. Now, if the light's coming from this side, I'm going to light the side of the cylinder. So I'll go along the edge carefully and follow the curve of the ellipse, and the whole of that section I'm going to... Now, because I'm using purple chalk, it's going to be a purple cylinder, so this middle section from here to here is going to be purple. It's a small bit of chalk, so I simply use the side of it. Now it's looking a little stripy, so we have to do some smudging, and some very careful smudging. I'm going to smudge the white and the purple, and hopefully the line will disappear and I'll achieve a lighter purple running up the middle of the cylinder. Rub any white off your finger, as I'm simply, because it's black paper, I'm going to smudge the purple out so that I get a darker purple with the black coming through. And then I might just light the top. I'll light the opposite side just to make that top show up slightly, like so. The second shape is going to be the cone, and for the cone you'll need a point, and you drop two lines, diagonals, and on the bottom would be the ellipse, and I'm only showing the front of the ellipse, just that curve, because it's going to be a solid shape that I'm drawing. And again, the light's coming from the same side, so I'm going to follow down the side of the shape and along the ellipse slightly, but this time it's not coming up in a parallel line, it's coming back up to the point there, too thin apart. So I'll just use the tip of the chalk. And again I'm going to blend, and I'm blending across as if my finger is like a rubber, rubbing out the line and blending to make a lighter purple. And then I shall push the purple round into the black. Finish it off. Now when I'm drawing the sphere, I'm going to cheat a little bit, because I'm going to use a circle so that I end up with a nice perfect shape. Always seem to use the lid of the glue for circles, depends what size you want of course. And you go round. Don't draw the shapes with your white, because if you make a mistake you'll notice them very clearly. So do it with your darker colour, and if you have a little slip you can almost rub it out with your finger. I'm going to make a point that would be like the North Pole and the South Pole, and I'm going to curve the light so it follows the shape that I've already drawn quite carefully. And then this time, because it's a curving shape this way, the line won't be straight, it'll curve round the shape and make a kind of like a crescent moon, and this time you can fill it in with the chalk like this. And the purple in the middle. This one bulges the opposite way, it's like a beach ball. And again, same job. Smudging. There's the white, let the rest of that smudge out onto the black. Like that. Now if you want to sharpen your dark edges a little bit, you can use some charcoal if you wish. Charcoal's very smudgy and blends very softly.